If you're employed in a company, a good chunk of your productive potential is taken from you by your employer, and they can do this because they have access or they own the means of production. Karl Marx said this. So you think that being in business for yourself, you can retain 100% of your productive power, but unfortunately that's wrong. So today we're going to talk about the need to give more than you ask for, which is really important for any starting business. Because when you just started out, you're a new entry, nobody knows you, and you're the last dog in the race. You're fighting uphill. Advertising doesn't really work unless you spend a shit ton of money in it and you don't have it. And maybe it's really best that you don't have it because you train yourself to act smart instead of just throwing money at the problem. You know, people who have funding, if you have enough funding that you can just afford to solve problems by throwing money at them, you get into that habit, and then what happens is that you rely on that cash, so then you miss one round of investment and you've got to shut down everything, and that's 3-4 years of your life pissed away. So how do you grab people's attention when they're surrounded by a million fucking things? Without advertising. Advertising essentially is paying money to shove stuff in their face, but you know, people are extremely good at ignoring stuff because the world is full of ads. What are you going to do? You're going to add your ad? What difference can that make? But one way you can attract people without advertisement is by giving them a good deal. Capitalized. Uppercase good, uppercase deal. See? Oh, it's getting really windy. Next thing that's going to happen is it's going to knock over my camera, or a coconut is going to fall on my head around the camera. I hope it doesn't break my nose. I hope at least it falls on my head directly. And this is the risks that we run to deliver you this content at Kiss My Ass University. Give it a second. So how do you grab people's attention without smothering them with ads? You offer a good deal. See, there are no good deals around. Everyone wants to earn what they're worth, preferably a whole lot more than they're worth. So stick it to the customer. Fuck them. And it will be my lucky turn for one of these bastards to end up in my cave, and then bang, their money is going to be mine. That's how people behave. When you're starting out, you have to give about 500% of what you're worth. You got to give numbers, otherwise people think that you don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, exactly 500%. $4.99 is not enough. 501 might be pushing it a little bit. Maybe 500%. The idea is to give away more of your productive power than your employer wanted to steal from you. In the beginning, when you're small, no one gives a shit about you. And chances are you're not even the best in town yet. And people, evidently, if they undertake a trade with you, they believe that they will be better off with the product that you're giving them than with that corresponding amount of money. But there's another psychological thing that factors into the trade as well. And that is, they want to know that the amount by which they're better off with the trade is not smaller than yours. So if they think, well, for me that camera was worth more than my $1,000, but for that vendor, the $1,000 is far more worthwhile than the camera he sold me, they still think like you won and they lost. And you can't allow that to happen, because the only way you make customers happy is if they think they're winning. And a good deal means that you let the customer feel like he won. You take these fucking losers, because they're all losers. They never win, and you make them win once. And that turns this purchase into a memorable experience. It makes you a celebrity as well. You're the guy who turns losers into winners. You don't need capital, you don't need connections. All you need is a willingness to work hard, and in particular, work harder than what you're getting paid. And you start there, and you have no competition. In 1 or 2 years, everyone will know about you. I could give examples, but it would get pedantic. But that's what I had for you today. If you think this has been of any value to you, please subscribe, reshare, eat the coconut that's about to fall on my head with this fucking wind, or tattoo the video URL on your vagina. As usual, do whatever you need to do to make us, and in particular me, famous AF. Go in